go live. No, I was waiting on you to tell me. You've been waiting a while
right.
there, UK.
UK
Yeah.
transparency's in the house already. Pick up, pick up.
You're getting the moderator spanner, boy. See how long it takes for a few to come in. Here we go, there we go. We're starting to come in. Slowly. We're back.
You've still got your other live stream up, Tyrant, so you might want to end that one.
What one's that? The one on YouTube?
Yeah.
Or the one on this?
The one on StreamYard, it's still live.
How they can how to end it? How do you end it?
You'll be able to do it on your StreamYard after, if needed.
Right. Yeah, because you never leave your lives up, do you?
Well, I've kept more lives up than what I have deleted on my channel.
I've just not seen you many of your StreamYard live ones being up.
Yeah. Do you know anything about copyright, Tyrant?
Well, I know that you've got to change something for it to be not copyright now.
Yeah, so I'll tell you everything that you need to know about copyright. These are the do's and don'ts, right?
Right.
So you do replays, so reaction videos where you comment on the original video. Yeah. So you can't say that's not what I'm doing, right? I'm not reacting to original videos, right?
Yeah.
But edited footage from the other creators where you add a storyline or commentary. That is what I'm doing. So none of what I'm doing is against YouTube terms.
That's why you've won all your copyright cases.
I have won one recently. Someone did file in a copyright and I did win it.
You were telling me, aye.
Yeah. I've won that. You know, this is fair use. And when you dispute it, right, you got to prove it's fair use.
But Ken, what I didn't get, right? People say, like, share, and subscribe. But if you share their video, then they're copyrighting you.
Yep. You can't share videos from other social media platforms or even do a commentary over it or even react to it on other platforms.
So if I says to you, Ash, put one of my videos on your YouTube, right? And you done that, I couldn't make a copyright claim against you because I've told you to do it.
Yeah, or if I just go ahead and take a video of yours and let's say do one, then I'm gonna react to your video. I'm gonna edit it also. I could do it on an original video too, but I would edit it
for one of my videos, didn't you?
And I would react and put a storyline or commentary to it.
Ash, I wouldn't copyright anyone, and that's the truth. I'd rather my videos are out there.
I wouldn't do one. I would never do one on UK transparency. I've got a lot of respect for some auditors out there. UK transparency is one of them. I actually did him a video about a year ago and plugged his channel. You know,
it was him that made my intro. But I've not been using it because
did he make your intro? Did he?
Aye, I've not got my laptop fixed.
UK transparency does do a lot for auditors.
There's a lot for the community that people forget.
And
I met him actually on Blackburn's channel, but I fell out with Blackburn. I don't want to say too much, but he's a begging.
I don't know
what
happened.
I had to say it. You know the crack.
So what's your thoughts on auditing then?
Mine? My thoughts on auditing?
Yeah, do they, I mean, are they standing up for their rights? Are they defending our freedoms? Or is it coming across as
certain ones are
antagonizing?
Certain ones are. It's different people do different things, right? I think, me personally, only do police, right? But I only do police because I was sent to prison 4 times for crimes I hadn't committed. And I knew that they were telling lies in the reports and things like that. I knew it. And I just had to find a way to get in about it and try and prove it. I've got a friend who's a lawyer. I think you spoke to him up in Perth when you were looking for one up in Scotland, Ash. And Billy said, "Look, you'll never get in there. You can ask for as many public records as you want. They will hide them. They will hide them. They will hide them. It's Freedom of Information Act up here. They're meant to give you them, but they just
Yeah, the
hide them
laws,
if they've done something
the
wrong.
law's kind of different up in Scotland, isn't it, where you are compared to us
It's
over
just
here?
slightly different.
It's not that much. I wouldn't say different, but you know, it's there are. I would say a lot more stricter up there than what they are down here.
That's why only the gun cops wear cams. The rest don't. We've no trespass law in Scotland. We've got
Well,
the
there's
freedom
some
to
police
roam.
officers and police over in America. They don't wear body cams.
Yeah, a lot of them. They're starting to get them the way. Killing
Yeah,
too many people.
yeah.
I
Something
mean,
needs to change.
it's a joke, man. It's because of no accountability for doing it. UK transparency. I've never walked up to a police station in Scotland, which isn't done a lot here, and been there longer than 5 minutes before I've been approached. Never once.
The one thing I like his kind of style, UK transparency is just like he said. You know, he's not out looking for confrontation or anything kind of like that. And if he doesn't get anything, believe
He
you
walks
me,
away.
UK transparency would still upload that to his channel. You know, he's not in it for things like money, views, and
I'm the same.
whatever. You know, he does it because he enjoys. You know, he wants to go out and exercise his rights, defend our freedoms. You know, the
He's
kind of
defending
person
our
that
freedoms, and
is
that's
in
it.
this kind of community doing it all for the right reasons.
But see these people that troll you when you're doing it and that, and saying whose freedom are you defending? You're defending their bloody freedoms because they've not got the balls to do it. You know what I mean? A lot of them didn't understand that. It's crazy. It's crazy. And there's only one or two of them that troll you because most of the comments are usually quite good, to be honest. But wow. If they can't defend their own rights and they've got people out doing it for them, why would they not just let them get on with it instead
Yeah,
of trolling them?
people want the confrontation, don't they? If you're not going to get anything or kind of like drama, like beef or whatever in your video, if you're not going to make that, you're not going to get the views.
See, but I don't know because I've seen some good videos, right, where the cops have done everything right and they've still got some good views. But it's been big channels like I was talking to you last night about Bay Area Transparency, man.
Mm-hmm.
He's done some where he's no the cops have done everything right, and he's got good views, but he's got a lot of subscribers. That helps.
Yeah.
And I suppose Sam McKean will be the same. He's not always getting grief. You know what I mean?
Like when you set up a YouTube channel, Tyrant, right? You think,
Yeah.
right, if I post a video, right, that's going to take off. Yeah, it
Yeah.
will. YouTube do send it out, yeah, but
Yeah.
like when you set up a channel, you're gonna before you post your first video, you are gonna need subscribers, right?
Yeah. Because
Before
maybe
you
you'll watch
post
it
the first
otherwise.
video, you are because YouTube, the first thing they're gonna do is send it out to your notifications. Before then, they look at they're heavily focused on the data within the first 3 hours of your published video, and then that will determine, depending on subscribers that are subscribed to you watching that content, will then force that video up onto the home and up next page.
Yeah.
So that would
Yeah.
generate more views, but that wouldn't generate more views straight away. Give it 2 or 3 days, maybe sort of 4 or 5 days, and then YouTube would then
It can
pick
go
it
on
up.
for 2 weeks, can it?
Yeah.
If it's getting enough at the time. I agree with what Truth Be Told said there as well. We do need to show some good cops because there are some good cops out there.
Yeah, and the only downside to America, right, is that it's just pure hate towards cops, right? It's just hate. That is,
But
they're not showing any good interactions. It's
no,
just pure hate.
because a lot of their interactions probably are hate, though, is what I'm thinking.
But let's take
But maybe I'm wrong.
STV for example. Is there any need to be going out with like a full-on tactical vest with like tasers,
No.
spray, everything like that. Is there any need for it? No.
The cops think it's a gun, and that's why they keep pulling them, eh?
No, the reason, look, if you're going to buy a taser, one,
Yeah.
you don't make sure it looks like a flipping gun, right? But that's not SCV's problem. The fact that it looks like a gun, it doesn't. He had it in a gun holster.
It was in a gun holster, so they couldn't see it, eh?
So they couldn't really see it as well. So that's why alarms were raised, and then cops were called when he got arrested that time for harassing people at the church. That was about a month ago, that arrest.
Yeah, I remember that at the church. I remember that. And it was the people at the church that came across to them, but he ended up getting arrested, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
They said they were filming crew, filming, eh?
Yeah, and I saw another video of this is going back about 11 months ago, where I'm against. Is that
I'm against the press.
Yeah, did he
I quite like him.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
against
not
the
saying you
press.
can say bad
He
things. I'm
can
not saying
produce
that.
some good content.
Yeah. I think he tries to be polite. He just doesn't answer questions when he's working.
But is there any need to be doing
I
what
think he's
he's
arrogant
doing?
about it.
Harassment over here is a continued course of action, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when you go to a place of business once and you film, that is not considered harassment.
Because he's not
It's
going
a
in the business,
continued
he's
course of
standing
action,
outside, isn't it?
right? So your actions on one occasion is not really causing them any kind of harassment, alarm, or
No.
distress.
Do you know what it is? Their safety net is the sidewalk. The sidewalk is part of what they use for them to be able to free and grieve their government and all that.
Mm-hmm.
It's
I've
what's it
noticed
called? Raps, something like that.
they tend to they've always abused the powers to police. Let's be honest, right? But that, like, recently, within the last sort of year, I've seen a lot of videos on YouTube with auditors, and the police, abusing like Section 5, Section 50, you know what I mean?
They used to do it here as well with Section 43, wasn't it? Section 44.
Yeah,
They repealed it
yeah,
13 years ago.
yeah. And
And then
then
I seen a cop try to pull it. I think it was AB, or it wasn't. It was him that's in the jail for London way.
what's that?
Him that's in the jail for London. I think he's for London. He had a big channel. He's in the jail for selling drugs right now.
Oh, Live Free.
No Live Free, the other one.
Oh, the other one. Oh, the other one is in. Oh gosh.
You can't who I'm
Remind
on
me,
about the
UK
way.
translators. Who's that? I'm not so. I know Live Free's in there, isn't he? But
They try to pull it on this guy, right? I'll mind his name before the end.
oh, Coley.
Ball.
That's it. UK Coley.
Coley
Yeah.
Beck. Aye. They try to do it on Coley, right? Outside MI5's building, right? And they quoted, I think it was 44 they quoted, right? And I think it's 43 that stands now, but 44 was repealed 13 years before. And Coley told them, so it's section 44. And they're like, aye. He says, well, I'm walking away because that was repealed 13 years ago. But then they stopped him and said, oh no, we meant 43. But they forget. They think people don't know. See, even for a terrorist stop, you don't have to give your ID, your name or nothing.
I think, to be honest with you, going over the top with section, like any form of terrorism like that, it's all you're doing is going out. You are filming. That's all you're doing. I get that, right? But there's a way of going about it.
Look,
the way it's coming across to me is harassment. But
yeah, but you've got to do it
I'm
more than
interested
once
in
for
what
it to
John's
be
saying here in the
harassment.
chat, Byron.
Have you not got to do it at least 3 times in Britain for it to be harassment?
Well, it's either one or two things, isn't it, in the UK? Like the police either think that you're harassing them, or you're it's antisocial behaviour, but it's neither of them, is it? Let's be honest.
Let's
You're
be
not
honest.
harassing anybody. You're not. I can't believe I'm saying all this on your stream, Tyrant, when I'm that sat there on my stream talking the opposite.
Saying the opposite, but me and you talk like this, and that's the thing. We know what we're on about with each other, so we know. And John Rankin, that is my whole point why I'm taking Police Scotland a court. It's no for money or anything like that. I don't want money. I want them trained and I want body cams put on them.
Yeah.
I'm not looking for any money out of them at all. If they give me money, I'll give it to the police to buy body cams with. Put it that way.
Yeah. I might even donate 100 quid right now to them. Go, yeah, that'll sort you out 2 body cams. At least that'll keep 2 people safe, wouldn't it?
Aye, I've got 4 body cams, but I need them. I'm not giving them to them because they break them when they take them off you. They snap them and they steal your SIM card things, your memory cards, and you've lost all your filming, and they're terrible. Like, did you see that
I've noticed a
one
lot
with
more
the
people in
lassie?
the community are using the words like fraudits and frauditing. But to me, an auditor is
What would you call a frauditor?
an auditor.
No, them a frauditor.
Yeah, an auditor. That's what it is. Same thing.
Certain auditors it is, because some people are doing it for the right reason, aren't they?
Well,
or would you say all auditors are frauditors?
I would say that the majority of them are frauditors. What's the
what you're saying.
Have we got an issue up in Scotland with migration up there? What's it like up your end, Tyrant?
It's quiet. There's not a lot of people doing it. There's
Not
me.
many.
There's black and white. What are you on about? Auditing?
No, yeah, like no, like obviously people coming in on boats and all that.
On boats?
Are they going up to
No.
Scotland? You seen any of them up there?
I haven't up in my area. I'm up in Fife, and I've not seen any up here. But there is a few in Scotland, like.
Yeah.
But I think most of them go to like Glasgow or that.
Long way to go, innit? Dover to Scotland.
Aye, it is, I suppose. Aye, a long way. They just get off the boat at your end. They're in.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Tyrant. We go out next week. We go on a boat. We get a dinghy. We come back. We got. Look, why don't we go over? We'll just fly over to France. Yeah, and we come back in on a dinghy maybe, and just look. I'm up. We get 5-star hotel. We get like meals provided, and
I think it's illegal to phone the
we'll
police
have a
and
phone, brand
film the
new
police in France,
iPhone.
though. Isn't it?
What's that?
I think it's illegal to film the police in France.
Yeah, I don't think you're allowed to kind of audit over there, are you? I think the rules are different.
Doing on it.
It's not like you can just go to a place like India, for example, is it? And film the police.
No. They'll batter you with a stick.
But I think what we should be doing is, taking things up levels. It's all good in exposing all this corruption within the UK. I get why auditors want to go out there and film. I do totally understand. But we could kind of, I'm sure there's auditors out there with passports that could maybe go away and maybe, find something else to do in another country. Something similar like auditing over there in another country. I think it would be brilliant to watch as well. If an auditor can go and audit other countries.
I'm going to meet Joey Lopez, Jay's brother.
No.
Joey Fresh Lopez. You remember Jay with the gold teeth that used to go about with SJTV? Jay's surreal camera.
Chase Road Camp. Yeah, I've heard of him.
Going over to America to meet his brother at the end of the year at Christmas time. How do you think I done that? And I've done 11 years in prison. Work that one out. You can get a special visa. And
Yeah,
I've already
obviously, like
applied
truth
and
be
been
told,
accepted.
says, if you're going to go into other countries, you're going to need to know the laws. That I couldn't, let's
I'm
say,
only going out with him.
I
I'm
couldn't
only
go
going
over
to
to
watch him.
America and expect to know the laws over there.
But we'd get shot. We'd get shot.
No, someone would. I'm pretty sure some auditor. Well, didn't Furry Potato get
Furry
shot?
Potato got shot in the leg, mate.
Who?
Shot in the leg, Furry.
Yeah.
He's saying some carry on with that Mick, isn't he? Was it Matt? Him that does off-topic show.
I don't know.
Have you not seen any of it? I've been seeing bits of it. That Matt ran up and attacked him, and Furry served him notice, like he's suing and all that. Like, it's just a wow, Matt.
I wouldn't use the words in your stream too much with the word like frauding or fraudits, unless you want to. But if you want to attract a whole new audience and use that, then
I'm just
use
wanting to be honest with people.
it.
But there's no point in us coming on and telling lies about. I told you the reason I do it is to hold government accountable. That's my reason. But
I'm
if
now
other
one of the
people have
biggest
got other
channels.
things, I'm willing to listen. If anybody wants to come up, just say, guys, and we'll get you up.
Wow, UK transparency. I can't see why you can't pop up for a bit. So yeah, Tyrant. Like if you're like, there's a whole niche out there for auditing and frauditing, right? There's that side and that side, right? But
Yeah.
People are not really searching for frauditors or frauditing or things like that. Yeah, it's not that big of an audience compared
Because
to
it wasn't
auditing.
a thing until recently, was it? If you get what I mean, it wasn't a well-known thing. Frauditing. Auditing, yeah. Frauditing, no. Which I know what you're saying, it's the same thing.
I say crack on in it. Leave them to it. If that's what they want to do, so be
Guys,
it.
this is a free speech channel,
It is.
but I'm not wanting
Free country
anybody
as
to
well.
be bad-mouthing anybody that's here, guys. Come on.
That I totally get, Tyrant, why you want to get out there and film. I get that. But the way they're going about it, it's going to make and bring change in a negative way. So they're going to end up changing the laws.
Yeah.
They're going to be bringing in laws where, look, you can't film anything, nothing to do with government.
But then the problem there is, Article 8 of your human right is freedom of expression. Can they change your human rights?
I think they have, and I think I don't. I think what's happening with haven't they, or are they not changing?
See, I thought your human rights they couldn't change, is what I was aware. I'm not saying they can't,
But you haven't got any rights though to
2 seconds,
harass
truth be told.
small businesses. You haven't got a right.
No.
To do
how do I put the link up for truth be told audits?
The link, truth. If you can put it in the chat, Tyrant. So if you go into your comments,
Right, in the comments.
and if you go into invite or guests and copy that link first,
Yes.
and then you'll be able to
invite guests, copy, and then just put it onto the right.
You might need to do it a couple of times because sometimes it doesn't work.
Right, where do I copy it though? Where do I copy it?
Yeah, copy paste it into the chat.
I can't get to chat. It's not letting me. If they're off who?
Well, go into comments.
I'm on comments.
It's not letting you post it in there.
No, because they're off who on mine.
Should be able to.
Let me see more.
All right. Truth be told,
Post comment.
if you go
I've got
into
it.
Tyrant Searcher UK Facebook group, right? Do you mind if I quickly just post it in there?
Yeah, just post it. For it's for Truth Be Told audits. He's
I
wanting to
don't know
come
if
up.
he's a member though in that group, so I don't know.
Well,
If he's
are
gonna see
you a
it.
member of my Facebook group, Truth Be Told audits, Tyrant Searcher?
Hmm.
It's free anyway. Just go onto Facebook and go into it, and you'll see the link, and just click it, and then come up.
I might be friends on Facebook.
Red Devil's comment is DJ Audit is a fraudster.
What's
Agent
that?
X, how you doing, Agent X? A long time no see. Yes. Go on to Facebook, Tyrant Searcher UK, and I'll be. Did you put it up at the top, Ash? Aye.
Yeah, I'm just gonna pop it in here. Oh
Could we
no, that's the
know?
wrong one, isn't it?
Could we not just tell some? Could I not read it out to somebody and they could write it into this chat? Would that be easier?
Yeah, you
Tyrant
post it in the
Searcher
chat.
UK. Sorry, bro.
You can post it in the chat, I think.
I just didn't know how
Or
to.
you can copy and paste it. If you go into, if you just come out, like not leave the studio, but just come
Invite
out of
guests, right?
StreamYard and go into your YouTube, whatever, you'll be able to post it into your comment. But I'm not a moderator, so I can't post links in there at the moment.
Right, I've copied this, right? So, what do you think I've got to go in? You stay chatting, so I'll not go off, will it?
Yeah, just go into YouTube. I'll stay
My
chatting for a
YouTube.
minute if
Right,
needed.
you
But
stay
if you go into
chatting.
YouTube, you'll be able to do it that way if needed. It's just
Right.
another way. Stick comments in.
YouTube. Let's get
That's why being a
live.
YouTuber, right? You should always have like a nice little setup. So you got like 3 or 4 screens, right? So you got one screen. Let's say when you're live, you got one screen. Let's say a StreamYard. You got one screen here with, let's say, comments. You got another screen here with something else. Let's say, so it's nice to have a little setup like that, and all in one, like little like it's quite nice.
So where am I pasting this? On my YouTube
Yeah, just go
page?
into your live stream. Just go into your live stream on YouTube
Oh, aye, there it is. I see it now, aye.
and post it in the comment section. Should be fine in there. Tyrant Searcher UK, truth be told, audits.
That's it. It's in the YouTube live stream. Truth be told, if you want to come on there, it's there now on this one. Somebody's got it up on
There
this
you
one.
go.
It's UK transparency because he's good at everything.
Yeah, you can put it like Agent X said in their chat box there.
Like, Agent X good at it.
Sometimes it doesn't always post though, so you will have to post it a few times.
Right. I'll learn the more we do it. Okay, Stevenson, my brother, nice to see you. Nice to see you, my friend. Haven't seen you for a wee while, Lee. But that's my fault. I've been on the bad days. Right.
Evening, guys.
Hello,
How you doing, my friend?
Not bad.
How's
You?
you?
All good.
Anybody else that wants to come up's welcome, guys. I think we can have 6. So, what's your thoughts in UK?
Like I says, I think as long as people aren't breaking the law, then who are any of us to dictate where we can go and what they can do?
Yeah. You can't tell people what they can do, at the end of the day. I get that. That's why I would stick to just the police.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not one for private businesses and that. Especially if we haven't got no ties at all to public funding. I think it's a different thing if a company has got a government contract and being.
Yeah, that's completely different.
I think you're right there. If you've got like a government contract or contract with government, let's say, or a private company that has a contract with government, then yeah, I'm in. I'm all for that when it comes to auditing. You know, when it comes to filming government and all that, police stations, I'm all for that UK transparency. But the way the auditors are going about it and filming private businesses, the way it's coming across to me is it's antagonising. It's
More
harassment.
like harassment.
I don't know. I'm not sure. I mean, like, same with everything in it as a way to do things in the. You know, what I mean. I mean, if you're going there and purposely to like do the whole shouting match and things like that, then yeah, it ain't gonna look good, is it? But if you're going there respectfully just to do a video, then
Yeah.
look, it's a bit different, isn't it?
Yeah.
If they do it the way you do it, it's fine. But if they're doing it the way other certain people that go out and do it, isn't it fine either? There's certain people that should be doing it and certain people that shouldn't. But
Oh yeah, like I put in the chat. I think it shows in the video when somebody's at the point where they're desperate for a interaction.
Yeah,
the
like I
hotels
was
are okay
watching a
up
video
here,
the other
John.
day, Auditing Britain video UK, and obviously you went to Loomis, G4S Force, the van for no issues with that to be honest, but obviously you stumble across things like that on your way to an audit, and it's always good to film, I suppose, things like that. But then, and he was on his way to Loomis, but he didn't get what he wanted, so that's why he went over the road to the MOD site to provoke that response. Because
I've had
when
a
the
good
police came out,
conversation
they
with the boy,
didn't come
mine.
out and question him about filming Loomis. They questioned him about filming the military site.
Yeah, because
And
he said before the video that he was doing Loomis, didn't he?
Yeah.
and I think if like even like when you're looking at MLD sites, if as long as you're on public property, I honestly don't see a problem with it.
Yeah, and I'm totally for that as well. UK transparency. If you were to stay on, I was watching a video the other day that was on my channel where
Big up
somebody
Aid the Base
decided to
Man.
go on to their property. All right, you got Section 33. I get that, but don't abuse it though. Don't abuse it. Stay. I think you should be staying on that sidewalk, filming from that footpath. That's how it should be done.
To be honest, that's how I like to do it. Because I think I think it shows then how ridiculous they're being that they're coming off their property, right? Well, even though their property is public property technically,
Yeah.
but I think it shows how ridiculous they're being by coming out onto a public sidewalk to tell people they can't be there or whatever.
Well, I
If they
believe
stayed on
it
their
is.
own property and done it, it would be fine.
Well,
Just be
to
told
me,
you wanted to say something, you haven't said anything yet. You want something to
yeah,
say?
yeah. Well, that's why I was going to say. I mean, as far as like private businesses go, I believe it's about the education. You shouldn't approach the people, because a lot of people don't know what we're out there doing. And
Yeah.
to me, it's about the education. And if you do run across a private business or G4S, because we have G4S here in the States too, it's to me, it's about the education. We should try to explain to them what we're doing. Because even sometimes when we explain to them what we're doing, sometimes they still get triggered because they still just don't quite understand what we're there to do.
They don't want you filming them in case you catch them doing anything. That's the problem.
Right.
You know, like a saying, something I always say when they start with that kind of thing, and like, sorry to steal a police saying, but if they're doing nothing wrong,
Right.
and they've got nothing to worry about, have they?
I know that, but well, I know the cops in Scotland, right? They're experts at creating crime. Just by
Take
talking
care,
to you.
John.
If they get
He's
you
off.
talking, they'll create a crime. So try not to talk to them. I don't know if they're the same in England. In a bit, John. I'll see you after, pal. Get you on the next one.
Well, I definitely, I don't, some of the, because, like here in the States, we have a big example of that is NC Tyrant Hunter. He does a lot of
Oh,
private businesses.
bam! I'll do it for you. Bam!
Yeah, bam. We got over here, I know him, pretty well. We have a thing called the Bamley over here.
Bamley. I'm in
because
Bamley for life.
Yeah, Bamley for life. Yeah, Toe for life, and all of them
Yeah.
are real super good friends of mine and everything. But he does a lot of private businesses.
I watch all you lot's channels.
Oh
Toe
yeah,
for life, Truth Be Told,
Mhm.
Bamley, and the other guy he was out with the other day with Toe for life. He was good and all.
Yeah, I watched one out in America the other day. Was it JC News Now or something? Where he was
JC
auditing
News,
a weed
that's
shop or something.
a newer one.
Yeah, JC News Now. Yeah,
Yeah, and he got a beating for it, didn't he?
Hey,
Yeah, he sure did.
New
Yeah.
York's getting really bad for arresting people for filming outside the stations and that, eh? And that's outside.
Yeah.
Hi,
Why
Mama
don't
Milo.
Americans
Thanks for
audit
coming in.
these stations?
My son's home.
Hey, Mum.
But I've hit security before, like on construction sites, driving through construction sites, and they'll call the cops out. But I don't, not too much on the private businesses. Like I've never done a post office. I've never tried the Poster 7 stuff. I've never done anything like that. I've always gone straight to the police departments, city halls.
Exact same as me. Police stations only.
Right. I go directly to, I go kick the hornet's nest. Exactly. I don't have them call out to me, but I've had plenty of interactions just at police departments and city halls. But,
I've
like
never-
the private ones, I like to get out there and educate, of course. That's my number
Yeah.
one goal is to educate the people.
Yeah.
That's the reason, I like going straight to the police departments because they're the ones that are supposed to know the law. And a lot
But
over here, I've
It
had to
turns
explain.
out that they don't know the law as well as a lot of people, though, doesn't it?
Right, correct. I've done a lot of studying, these last, 4 or 5 years. I've only had my channel up for a couple of years, but clearly, they don't know, and they like to make up. From what I've seen a lot, they like to make up law as they go along. They're so used to telling people what to do and people not knowing their rights or the law. They've been able to run people over for the last 30
Welcome,
years.
Muppet Patrol audits.
This is
Sorry.
what I've said for a long time. I mean, in my experience, like a lot of people say, "Oh, it's young officers what have got the chip on the shoulder." In my experience, a lot of the time it's the older ones because of that. I think they're that used to doing the job now and not ever having anyone question their authority, but just don't know how to handle it when it does happen.
It comes from the top down, and the top down's always been corrupt. It's as simple as that.
Right. And we've seen, all of us have seen videos where the sergeant shows up and clearly makes the whole situation worse. Training the rookies, the wrong way. But like I said,
we need to start doing what Sam McKean does. We need to stop calling them sergeants. We call them supervisors from now on. Because
Right.
a sergeant, to me as well, it's an army or a navy or whatever. They're no military people. These guys were trained in 6 weeks and think they know every law.
Well,
I agree with
let's
that.
face it. Rankings within the police force is within the
Beforehand.
police force. Like coming out to a member of the public, whether it's an officer, a sergeant, or an inspector, they've got no more power to a member of the public.
No, because a member of the public's the highest power.
Yeah, I mean, like we pay them. They need to understand that they can't just go around forcing people to get off of public property.
But when you say that to them, what their answer is, I don't work for you.
What goes in
you
one
like?
ear and out the other, it literally falls on deaf ears
aye.
because they're so, like I said, it is so custom to them
They
to
feel entitled.
people to just listen. Yeah. And that's what we're exactly what you're trying to say is they got to understand that we employ them. If it wasn't for us, they wouldn't be a them.
Yeah.
So but
They hate being
but you try to
talked
tell
down
them that, and that ego just kicks in so bad to the point to where they're going to say no, it's going to be the way I say it. But that's just that false sense of
That's
power.
not the way it's going to work with certain guys like us.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And I get a lot of confused faces whenever I go do audits or cop watching. I start quoting law to them, and they have that cocked head like a twisted dog, not knowing what a human's trying to tell them, because they're not used to they're just not used to people approaching them that way and actually quoting law to the point to where it, like I said, it falls on deaf ears. They're going to continue doing what they're going to do, but it does start from the higher ups. You know what I mean? The
See,
higher ups
after
are the ones that are teaching them.
After this is finished, guys, anybody that's not watched my live audit at Glenrothes, right, go and watch it. And the amount of laws I've tell this copper, right, see, by the end of it, he's baffled. I said, I told you would do the walk of shame. And he's like, you know your laws, Jimmy, but you're frustrating the way you tell them. You're frustrated him to hell, man.
Well,
So I made him
lucky
do the
enough,
walk of shame
frustrating people isn't it against the law, is it?
Well, that's it. I was shouting at one point, and he's like, stop shouting. I was like, is it illegal to shout? No. Well, what you tell me to stop for? You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah.
And he's like, you've got a mask on. I says, so is she, the policewoman standing right there. That's for COVID. I said, so is mine.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
If
it's
it,
to
if
the
it
point.
suits them, it's okay. If it doesn't suit, it's no okay. You know what I mean? You've got to do what they want. Or
Like
they
I
think that.
live. Yeah. Well, I mean, now, it's to the point where I live here in Louisiana in the States. They, several times I've had several cops tell me that, they're not even supposed to engage with us anymore. We've pulled
Because
in parking
they're
lots to go
starting
do
to
a
know
cop
who
watch.
you guys are, aren't they?
Yeah. Well, they'll end the whole traffic stop just because we show up, or,
Where's
they'll be
Louisiana?
sitting side by
Carolina?
side and they take off.
Is Louisiana and Carolina?
Yeah. Yeah.
I north, eh?
Now content wise, that it ain't too good. Like when you're getting nothing, but at the end of the day, that's the end goal, in it really is for them to leave it alone.
Look,
Well, I mean,
if we can,
it's clearly, some of the traffic stops that I walked up on, it's like they're pulling people over for no reason, to check their IDs and, find out where they're doing, where they're going, where they came from, and all that stuff. And it's usually just a rhetorical stop to a lot of these people. But when we show up, they know they have nothing on the people. That's the reason they release them a lot. And that's what we are after is, quit harassing the people.
Well, that's a problem over here. Is they have got that power just to pull any driver over.
Right.
you sign your driving license here, and it says if you're pulled over on 163, the Road Traffic Act, you have to produce it.
Yeah, they can pull any vehicle over under Section 163.
They don't need a crime. They don't need a signal.
Reason.
They can just stop for any reason to do a license check.
Well, it's 163 to pull any car over, and then 164 to demand your driving license,
Is that
or
right?
at least your details.
They tried to get mine one time. I was in a car with my son. I was a passenger. And I said no, so this sergeant put the handcuffs on me, right? But I was filming. And the woman, she was underneath him. She came over and told him, you can't arrest him for no getting his ID. He's not committed a crime or suspected of committing a crime. And he let me go, like.
But what does a driving license mean? It means you pass your test. It doesn't mean you can drive.
No.
Well, I mean, a lot of times, they ask for your ID, and I like to throw, in their direction, if you're suspecting me of something, but regardless, giving up ID doesn't let them know if you're part of any, criminal thing. It's just an ID. That ID doesn't have a description in there. Hey, you just did this illegal. You know what I mean?
They just want to be the boss, don't they? They want to be in charge.
And they're searching for warrants. We all know that. They search for warrants.
Yeah, they're searching for warrants.
Everybody seems to have a warrant out in America to them.
Yeah, well, everybody's guilty, and they do treat us like that over here. I mean, no, you have to literally prove your innocence. You know what I mean? It's not.
Yeah, it's guilty until proven innocence. Now,
guilty until proven innocent.
Correct. Yeah, that's the way it is over here. They stereotype.
Shouldn't it be?
Earlier, it's crazy.
The founding fathers would be turning in their grave.
Exactly.
I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I was hoping to get over to California September this year and maybe do a couple of days recording while I'm on holiday, but don't look like I'm going to be able to get over now.
I'm going over at Christmas to Joey Fresh Lopez is. I'm going to meet his family and that, eh? So I'm going to have Christmas over there.
Yeah,
Have a
you can record
party.
while you have Tyrant. I've researched all that. There's 2 Supreme Court cases. There's Yikwao versus Hopkins, and there's Wing Wang versus United States. What determined that the Constitution outside of voting means that everyone has the
We have,
rights
even
under
as
the
visitors, we
Constitution.
have the constitutional rights. I know that. Even as visitors on
Yeah,
the visa.
anyone on US soil outside of voting,
Yeah.
of course.
Now, see the way the Americans swear at the cops. If we'd done that here, you'd be jailed in minutes, eh?
Yeah, definitely. You've been
And
in the back of a van before you finish your sentence.
I swear at the cops all the time now because I found something out. I said, it's got to be a member of the public that makes a complaint. So if there's no members of the public about, I swear at them.
And not so much technically, Tyrant. There's a word in his language that could cause a person of
Fighting
normal
words.
stature.
I mean, like just talking and saying "fuck" in the middle of a sentence or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, if it's in your normal vocabulary and you're not technically swearing at someone.
Well, it's
then
no, but I tell them it is.
Right. Well, the
I've got
cops
young
can't be
kids. I can't swear like that. Yeah.
The cops can't hear you cuss, and then they can't be the complainant. There has to be somebody saying, "Hey, well, I didn't like the language."
Yeah,
you
well,
just
that's the same roughly here.
Yeah.
Again, that's another misconception. I think that was it a couple of years ago, Ash, that there was a court case what says that the police can get offended, but
Yeah.
due to a line of their job, basically,
They're meant to have a higher threshold, though, aren't they?
their threshold is got to be much higher.
But see, when I got arrested that time when I done my first video, UK.
Yeah.
I went through the police complaints commission and all that, right? It's police investigating police. So I had 7 complaints. I won 1 and I lost 6. And the one that I won was what was it again? I've got the paperwork lying about here. Okay, it was a useless one. It wasn't worth anything. But they said to me that the police saying to me, if you don't leave the property, we're going to arrest you. They said that was not a threat. To me, that's a threat of arrest if you don't leave that property.
Yeah.
So how can... And this is an inspector that's going over these and saying, oh, they done no wrongdoing. I was in the police station for business. I was collecting my property for when they done that, took all my cameras and that. And I was setting up a camera after it to do a bit before I left, but it was only like 1 yard inside the police station car park, which is public anyway. I should have been right in. And they come, 2 officers had come across to me and they said, "You going to leave?" I'm like, "No, I'll leave when I finish my business." "Oh no, you're leaving now." And he starts getting the cuffs out. I said, "What are you getting that out for? Because you're not going to be touching me." And he was like, "You're leaving with me no choice." I said, "So what you're telling me is if I don't leave, you're going to arrest me?" And he
Right.
said,
You
"Yeah."
got to hit him with that ultimatum. If I decide not to leave, what's going to happen to me? You've got to hit him with that. Yeah.
And as soon as they say that they will arrest you, that's them violated your rights.
And what I tend to do now, to be honest, is whenever I get one that says you've got to do this, or and giving you the directive, I'll get them to state what power they're using.
Yeah.
Then that way, because I think up until that point, they can get out of jail card with the I was only asking, but if I've put
coming up, Kay Stevenson.
If I specifically gave you a section of law what I'm using on you, then that then becomes deprivation under the colour of law, doesn't he?
Correct. Right.
Yeah.
But it's talked about a lot in the auditing community. Should you take that ride? Is the case more solid if you do take the risk compared to
You
just
don't have to take the ride. That's the thing.
right. That's the thing. You don't have to take the ride.
They can violate your rights without you taking the ride.
Right, of course, right.
But
But that's
some people
and
like
I
to
tell
push it.
people that they don't have to take the ride. Lawyers, though, if when it comes down to the lawyers, if they actually take up your time, I mean, the case gets stronger. More lawyers will take up a case if they know that your rights have been violated, you were imprisoned over, rights violation, compared to lawyers won't take it if they know that it's just a simple, clear cut, oh, you're going to be arrested if you don't leave.
Yeah.
That's a major problem. Lawyers need to take the cases, whether it be just a simple, trespass warning compared to taking the ride. But that's the problem that a lot of auditors have over here is, if we just, do it off of a verbal and not an actual arrest, lawyers just won't take the case because, I mean, we all know that lawyers are money hungry, of course.
Oh,
They want the case to be, they want to get more than $30,000-$40,000. They want an $80,000-$90,000 case
they
before they
want
even
big payments, aye.
right. And that's a major problem. We need more lawyers to take on, even the, deprivation under color of law violations against the officers.
And what's the pay for them doing that to use? Roughly. Or is it all different?
It's well, taking up your time. The cases are worth more. I think that's what you're asking, right? The cases are
No,
worth
I'm
more.
asking, what would a judge give you for a officer doing that to you?
Not very much.
Deprivation of your rights. Is there a
Right.
certain amount they pay out, or is it all different?
It's on a verbal threat of trespass. It's usually around 30,000.
For a verbal threat of trespass, you get 30 grand. I'm moving to America.
But see, I mean, but
I got 12 rules.
we have the US 42 1983 lawsuits.
USC
You don't
code
even need
42,
it.
98.
You don't even need a
1983, is
lawyer.
it?
You can file the paperwork yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But a lot of
I've
people don't
done
know.
most of the paperwork myself, but I'm using Man in the High Castle's lawyer because he won his case. He gave me his name, so I'm using him now.
Oh, what's happened to Man in the High Castle, Tyrant?
He won his case. They take it all the way to trial, right? An hour before the trial, they dropped the case against him, all of them, and they've still not given him his equipment back. They've got over £100,000 worth of equipment belonging to him.
So is he not allowed out to film now?
He is, but I think he's not wanting to be going out in Scotland and doing it. He's done a couple in Ireland.
Yeah, I've heard of him. I've watched a few of his stuff, and
Put my
there's
video
not
off
many.
for him,
Not
because
many
I've
in Scotland.
done a revisit for him at Kirkcaldy where he got arrested. I went and done a video for him, and he put it up on his channel. He's quite a nice guy, like. But they took all his equipment, £10,000. He was arrested 4 times, guys,
Bloody hell.
for filming in public places. 4 different police stations. And
Are you sure that he's still got his channel?
he's still got his channel, yeah. He
In my
put a video
person-
up last week about winning the court case. And I messaged him to get the lawyer's name.
In me personally now, first of all, I think that the whole
You coming up, Gypsy?
IRPC thing should be abolished, and it should be a civilian board, similar to a jury kind of style. And I think that all officers should be made to have public liability insurance.
Yeah. You should be able to take them to court personally, eh?
It's very difficult in the UK to what I can gather, because what you have to,
up the top, Gypsy.
what
What's up,
you have to
Gypsy Auditor?
what you have to
Aye,
prove
Gypsy
over
Auditor.
here is that they, as a person, not should have, but they, as a person, knew better. Which,
In certain cases, you can take officers to court in Scotland.
mhm.
It depends what the crime is.
So, like for the rest of us mortals, like that, ignorance of a law is not an excuse, but in their
But for
case,
them it is,
it is an excuse.
Of course it is. You've got to know what law you're breaking for it to actually be a broken law. You have
Right.
to know. Just them saying, oh, you're breaking the law. If you didn't know, you're not breaking the law.
Right. I mean, it sums it up. The bottom line is there's no law being broken. Right.
I've noticed one legislation no auditor seems to want to quote to remind them Section 83 of the Police Reform Act.
What's that one? And I'll remind it for the next one.
It's that oath.
Aye, the oath of office.
Yeah.
But then they can be two, because they could be a constable or they can be a, what's the other one? Officer. So they're two different oaths, innit?
Mm-hmm.
So what do you do? What oath are you standing on today, officer? Is it that one?
Mm.
You
What
know,
can you do,
Hughes,
Byron?
I
What can
think
you do?
is it section 26 before where
Criminal Justice in Courts Act.
Thank you, Kay
2015, is that
Stevenson, my
right?
friend.
Is
Thank
that
you,
the Section
Gypsy.
26?
Gypsy,
Is that what you're on about? So Section
the link's
26.
up the top, Gypsy.
Come on, Gypsy. Come on up.
Yeah, Section Criminal Justice Act 2015, isn't it?
yeah, but,
Aye.
where they use the powers to the benefit or the detriment of another.
Yeah.
And that actually carries a jail, can carry a jail term, can it, if that's proved.
Gypsy, your pal, truth be told, audits wants you to come on. One scrub up to the top, and the link's here.
Yeah, we've been following each other for a long time. Me and Gypsy, we stay in contact pretty much, on a daily or everyday basis.
He's not wanting to talk to you today, truth be told, eh?
Yeah.
He's hiding for you today, big man.
Anyway, guys, my chicken's done, so I'm going to jump off for a bit. I'll catch you all catch you all
You made
soon.
us chicken tail, like.
Yeah, so
Come
mate.
on.
Everybody over at the UK Transparencies for
We're all
evening
going to, you picking
dinner.
us all up. I'm only in Scotland. Truth be told, in America, Ashley's down the bottom of the country.
I'll throw some in the post.
Brilliant. I'm looking for
Right,
that
nice
coming
one.
through the post now.
Catch you soon.
Hey,
Catch
it's
you
good
later,
talking
bro.
to you, brother.
Cheers,
Good
UK
talking to you,
Transparency.
bro.
Good to see you, bro.
Gypsy, get up at the top and click on the link. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, you've got your
Your mate's
favourite
here.
auditor up here. Truth be told, audits, Gypsy.
You can come up as well, Kay Stevenson. Come on, you might as well. I think we're the only ones left about.
Yeah, Kay
Black
Stevenson
and
is
white, if
also
you want to come up,
somebody I
come
talk
up.
to quite a bit as well. So shout out to.
Shout
But
out
yeah,
to all the good auditors.
as far as like the whole show, like the frauditing and stuff like that, I do believe some of them are out there for clicks and views, which makes the auditors that are trying to do the right thing look bad.
So
and
can I ask what your thoughts are on Frauditor Troll?
Aye, I'll
I
tell
don't think
you,
I
it's
know them
Ash.
exactly. I mean, there's a few trolling channels that I, do watch their channels and stuff like that because I've been highlighted on several troll channels. And I believe that I'm out there doing the right thing. I'm not out there provoking. I am one of what a lot of people call the calm auditor. I don't raise my voice. I don't yell at them back. I try to actually educate. I try to get, it like I said, it falls on deaf ears a lot, but I try to stay calm and try to educate. I mean, if the way I look at it is if it ever went to court, I'm not the one that's acting a fool. It's them yelling at me acting a fool.
See, I find that a bit hard when the cops start on me. I can do it for a wee while, but when they keep going and going, I just lose the temper with them.
Right,
I
and
don't
that's
swear at them or that. I just
well,
argue
to
back
each
with them.
their own. I mean, some people handle it differently. That's why I believe that all these auditing channels that are doing the right thing. We all have our own different styles.
Yeah.
And I've always been more of the calm person. I don't get frustrated. I don't let I try not to let anything get to me. There's only a couple of videos out of all the videos I have on my page where I actually kind to yell back. But like I said, it's about the education, and I do want it to where it shows, you know, their ignorance. You know, I don't want to be the ignorant person that's in the video. So it's more or less, you know, I want them to try to de-escalate, because I've used the word de-escalate so many times in many of my videos, and it does. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. You know, I've left cops stunned to where, you know, that they just kind of stare at each other because they don't even know what to say next. You know, I mean, they're not used to having somebody, you know, like us auditors approach them and actually try to teach them law. It's actually kind of that's what motivates me, is, you know, being able to show that they can calm down, but you know, some just can't. Their egos take over, and that's end the game.
When you go out, truth be told, do you go out with like any tactical vests, spray, tasers?
When I was in Texas, I'm in Louisiana now. The gun laws are a little bit different here in Louisiana than they were before I moved from Texas. But when I was in Texas, we open carry. We open carry there. I've got a couple of different traffic stops where I show that I'm open carrying, you know, a pistol on my hip. I've never really carried pepper spray or tasers or anything like that, but I've definitely open carried on some traffic stops and some of my audits.
Both things over here, you know, open carry, things you can't do, like pepper spray. That, you know, we do have something called barb gel, which is similar to like pepper spray. So it's like a criminal identifier spray, really. So it's not going to harm anybody. It's not like pepper spray. It's just a big blown red mist into their face.
Aye.
Right.
Well, I was going to say, truth be told, Oris, were you there when all the gun guys were doing the gun walk with Jack Miller and that, and they all got arrested?
Well, I went out there to the gun rally. That actually went to the gun rally whenever they had like 100 people show up.
That was totally out of order, eh?
Yeah, well, that was in Almost Park. I have a
video,
a couple of videos back. That's the word I
was looking for, brother. Aye.
Right.
That's shocking, by the way, because these guys were just, all they were doing, Ash, I don't know if you've seen it. They were doing a gun walk, right? Taking their guns for a walk, which is legal, obviously. It's Texas, you know what I mean?
Right. That was in, you're talking Almost Park. That's Almost Park, Texas. Yeah. Almost Park, Texas. And I've got they pulled me over about a week ago, and Lackluster, y'all know who the Lackluster channel is?
I know who Lackluster is, yeah.
Yeah, he highlighted the video because me and Desert Goat, we were driving through Almost Park, but Louisiana only requires one plate, and Texas requires 2 plates on your vehicle. So the Almost Park
you for having one plate.
Pulled me over. Yeah, well, they pulled me over, but she clearly had plenty of time to see that it was a Louisiana plate, not a Texas plate. So the stop should have never even happened. But of course, she still pulled me over. She said, well, Texas requires 2 plates. And I tried to explain to her, you know, Louisiana only requires 1. And then, of course, she went on to, well, let me go in and see your ID because it's still a traffic stop. But I was like, well, I committed no crime. You can't just stop people and ID them whenever you feel like it.
But over in America, you haven't got a choice. You haven't got a choice. It's either ID or jail.
Gypsy. It's up the top of the chart. Give me a second. I'm finding that for Gypsy. It's right up the top. Go up the top, Gypsy. It's under my tyrant searcher bit. You'll see it. It's my tyrant searcher badge up the top of the chart. Go up the top of the chart. See, I didn't see the chart moving. He's probably doing it, eh?
Well, it might be too far up. Sometimes you can
too far up. You're gonna have to repost the link for Gypsy if you want him on, bro.
Can you repost it for there, like?
I'm not a moderator, so I can't post links.
How do I make you a moderator?
So if you go into invite or guest, you'll be able to copy the StreamYard link and then go into your comments, or go in via YouTube like you did last time, and you can post it in there.
See, in like settings and that, is that how I make you a moderator?
Or either on YouTube, just click on my name, add mod, or Gypsy, you can add him as a mod, or just by clicking on
I usually only mods on my thingy, eh?
I'm not in that for moderating status. Do you know what I mean? Right, it's not about that, really.
No, but you're good help for me. Right. You'll need to explain to me how to do that again. How did it do it? Go into guest.
Yeah, invite guest, copy that link.
Copy that link.
Put it into the comments. You might need to do it a couple of times because sometimes
I had to do it on YouTube last time, didn't I?
Yeah,
or somebody else done it. Was it no Agent X?
YouTube.
Because I can't. Oh, wait a minute. Is it going to look? Hi, Vanda. How are you? See, because it's not giving me any space to to write anything, so I'm going to have to go on to YouTube. Keep talking, guys, for a second.
But well done on
Sorry.
20,000. How long have you been on 20,000? Truth be told.
I just broke 20,000 4 days ago.
Nice.
2 days
Well
ago.
done.
20K.
Yeah, you're doing
Send
well.
them my way.
Yeah. Well, I try to share out as many channels as I can. You know, I do Gypsies, you know, videos whenever I can. Of course, you know, I stay super busy. I've got a lot of people that live here in the States. I get requests to go everywhere, of
There it's
course.
there, Gypsy.
It's kind of hard.
And I'm better today, definitely. My young son got home. Can you
And
see it, Gypsy?
I believe the youth need to be trained. You know, I've got my son, he just turned 21 and he's already sent me a couple of videos. You know, I taught him his rights and he's gone out and done a couple of cop watches himself. And, you know, he does a really good job. But, you know, the youth are the ones that are going to be taking care of us later on. I believe the youth needs to be trained more than anybody. But if you look at the analytics, most of the people that even watch my channel are between the ages of 45 and 40 and 65.
Yeah, it's the same
We
with
definitely
me.
need
Yeah, a
the
lot of
younger
them are
ones
older.
to learn.
That's a good audience. You know, like if you've got an audience of like 40 or plus, you know, that's a good thing for your channel, really.
Because they're really interested in what they're listening to.
You'll be surprised there's a lot of old people out there that are interested in this kind of stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
Can you hear me?
Big up, Gypsy.
I can hear you.
Hello. Mr. Truth be told, hello.
What's up, Gypsy? How you doing, brother?
Gypsy, you've been hiding for truth be told all day.
No.
He told us, he said, I've been trying to get Gypsy all day, he's been hiding.
No, I love Truth be told. He's a good friend of
He said
mine.
the same about you, brother.
Nah, he's a very nice man, and congrats on 20K. It's a big achievement. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Here, I'm not speaking to you anyway, Gypsy.
Sorry?
I'm not speaking to you anyway.
You're not?
You had me waiting an hour the other night.
It's my signal in this house. It's so bad.
It's my signal.
Move house, bro.
You can't, I was drunk, admit it.
Can you hear me now? The aeroplane?
Yes.
Yeah.
I live like 1 mile from an airport, don't I? That's what's so bad.
But you were doing it live.
Sorry?
You were doing it live. You must have kent I was backstage.
Oh.
An hour.
Oh, yeah.
An hour, mate. Your pal, an hour.
Well, it is. I don't really like doing live streams anymore. They annoy me. My signal, all you do, and Ash will tell you, for my opinion, live streams, like you lose subscribers. I lose subscribers from a live. It's weird.
That's unusual, really.
That's unusual. You should be gaining.
Like live streaming can benefit your channel in gaining new people.
Nah, of all the 2 years I've been on, the 16,020 odd subs I'm on now, I'd say it's from shorts and videos. When I look through my analytics, like obviously Ash just talking.
Can't be talking about the right things then.
Live streams, nah. I feel like I've gained a lot of members. I've had a lot of donations. It's just I get trolled, don't I, on my lives. I think they sub and unsub.
But then all you do is you get a moderator, and if you know who the trolls are, just tell them, get rid of them.
No, I love the trolls. No, they can stay. They're good.
They're watching the videos, eh?
For sure, and like trolls are key. So thanks to the trolls for helping Gypsy Auditor.
Still engagement to your channel, though.
For sure. Like, these people are making me nearly hit 10 million views. I'm a nobody. And to get 10 million views nearly on YouTube, Jesus Christ. I didn't even think I'd get 1,000 views when I first started. So
when my first video, I had 90 subscribers.
Yeah.
And on my second video, it was at 1,500. No, 1,250. I'm at 1,600, but I haven't been doing much because I've been no well, obviously. But I'm back at it now. Everything's sorted.
I'm back off the way, wasn't I? Last July, I stopped. I'm back to stay for 10 months. And since I've been back, I've 1,000 subscribers. So it's only the USA support, really. And obviously, Tyrant Searcher, Ash, and a few in the UK. But the big support, Gypsy.
They don't stick together, the big
USA.
guys in this country.
No, and the USA lead the way, always. And thanks to them
and they all stick together. If one of them gets arrested, There's 5 of them travelling to
They're
get him out.
together. Well, listen, I can't do any more Tyrant searching. Me, BBA, a lot of auditors behind the scenes are trying to sort it out. And Mr. Marty Blackburn, the third biggest in the UK, has a vendetta against me and Ash.
He's a toss-up. He's a toss-up.
Because we're united. Now, a lot of the auditors now are agreeing with me, and I'm glad. We need to make a stand. Tyranny people, yeah. Marty Blackburn is a troll, and trolls, you can play with them. But when they have sway, like, that's why I've lost 10 followers.
Why would you make a video saying I'm spending this £3,000 that I got off the police? Why would you not give it to some of your subscribers or something?
Listen, he can spend wherever he likes, in my opinion. But like,
one in Dunfermline, I'm taking him to court for
USA
it.
lead the way.
Yeah.
USA
well, that's
lead
why
the
like
way, Tyrant, and you.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I like
100%.
SJVT. SJVT shows a lot of channels from over in the UK. You know, he pushes channels all over the world.
He's Ash's friend, and he put my channel on it for Ash, for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it wasn't for Sam King, I wouldn't have got the 3,500 subscribers within 21 days of doing YouTube again.
Yeah.
So thanks to him.
A lot of great shout-outs.
Yeah.
Rights Crispy, NC Tyrant Hunter, Truth Be Told, Caroline Copwatch.
The big man's missing, though.
Who haven't you had a shout-out from?
Before Jay Surreal passed away,
we were talking about Jay Surreal earlier. He's dead now. I'm going to see his brother next year. Well, Christmas time.
Yeah, Joey.
You can get a special visa to get in.
Yeah, he said that I need to kick up the arse.
Who are you?
I want Joey. Me and Joey.
I like Joey
a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, he's right.
I want Joey to come to the UK. Like, truth be told,
I'm going to see him.
I want to see US
well.
auditors in the UK too. And I want to see some of the UK auditors over there.
If we had a couple of guys come over here and do a bit of theirs over here, they wouldn't last either because they'd be swearing at cops and that, and you can't do it.
Yeah, I said that, Tyrant, a couple of weeks ago. I said, look, any US auditor comes over here, they won't last 5 minutes. Yeah, they'd be locked up in no time.
Because the laws are different.
And like if I did go over to UK, I mean, I would be more of a backup camera because, like I said earlier, you know, the laws are, you know, they're slight different. I mean, we have the same constitution mostly, but I would definitely be a backup camera. You know,
slight differences
to somebody if I went there.
For instance, like even the
okay, see you later, Vanda. I'll talk to you later. If you need me to do a story for you, just let me know.
Yeah.
You guys have slight differences, yeah, but we all are very similar in the end. And I've got to say, I'm only on here quickly. Thank you guys for letting me on. But the USA lead the way, and
yeah, don't worry, Gypsy. Tyrant won't charge you 450 quid.
I'll not make you wait an hour to get on, Gypsy, right? Did you hear me? He fucked off now. I never cut him off, guys.
He'll have to get his credit card out now, won't he?
I'm on £100 for that hour I waited the other night. I was steaming drunk. You didn't notice on yours, but I was steaming drunk by the time I came off yours, like. And then I waited an hour, and then he let me on for 5 minutes, and I was like, "You're a fucking dick," and he hung up on me to cut me off. It was bleeding. But he messaged me next day laughing about it, eh?
Which video is that, Vanda? Is that the one in Dunfermline? I can't say that name. What's it, Tyrant? Your very first video.
Yeah, I've still got that. No, this is a video I made for Vanda. I've still got that. Do you need a copy of it? Is he still going about, like? You're bound to have seen it. Remember I put the one up about the beast that was living in our area? Did you not see that, Ash?
No.
I put one up about a beast living in our area.
When was that?
He got out of jail and moved right back to the same area. It was only my second video or something, Ash. But I've got it on my iPad, so it's there.
Yeah, I'll probably have a look through your channel later on tonight and have a watch.
Yeah, I've got everybody sub now too. I'm gonna go check out some stuff too.
I'm telling you guys, watch the one at Sammy McDonald's. I've got that. Yeah. Watch the live. There's 2 lives at Glenrothes, but the best one's when I'm doing it about Alan Bryan. Watch that one. The cops in circles, man, trying to get me in circles, but I'm getting him every time. See, a lot of people didn't know, because if you didn't know to press live, your live videos didn't come up, eh? Again, unless you press live, obviously, on the channel.
The other thing you can do on StreamYard is if you wanted to play a video on your StreamYard, you could do that also. So you could, share screen. You go onto your YouTube and share
But we'll
a
let
video.
you show me that the next time.
Yeah, we'll have to. I'll talk you through it all next time, and
I'll have my laptop
videos
fixed
up.
by then. Yes, please. He's in our area now. Did you not just move, Vanda? Sorry, guys. I want to talk to Vanda for a minute. You can listen in. 2 years now, and no one told me. Wow. That's ridiculous, man, eh?
Yeah.
Fucking child molesting bastards get away with things. Sorry for... I maybe shouldn't have said it on the stream, but they get away with it, man. The police try to calm her down, man. They'll be putting the blame on her, you know what I mean? Or calm down, it's not that serious. No, just fucking interfere with my kid, you bastards. I'll fucking murder them. Tell you, somebody interfere with my kid and murder them in a minute. Wouldn't you think twice? He's in my area now. Right. I'll keep my eye open for him, don't you worry. If I see him, I'll stab fuck him. Oh, no, I won't. You know what I meant, guys, eh?
Yeah,
I'll
argument
have a
was
word
something
with
about,
him.
about new laws being added, and they are adding new laws because, like in Arizona, they started trying to push the auditors 8 feet back, and that got shut down because it was against the Constitution. Now
I heard
in
that.
Louisiana, they're trying to pass a law now saying that we have to be 25 feet back, which is
Bloody
clearly
hell.
a violation of the Constitution as well. Because I mean, it clearly states that we got to be able to audio and video record what's going on a situation. So I think that it's even going to be shot down here in Louisiana, them trying to push us 25 feet back. And they are trying to
Crazy,
add
man.
new laws as we go along.
He got back out and the victim seen it. I told him I won him. And are the cops coming out to charge you, do you think, Vanda, or just tell you to calm down with them? I'll make a completely new video. That's what I'll do. Oh, I hate them, guys. I hate them, man.
I've just realised I'm not subscribed to you, truth be told. I've just subscribed to your channel, bro.
I'm subscribed to him.
Appreciate
Yeah,
that.
I didn't realise. I'm subscribed to a lot of auditors in America, but the one channel I'm not is truth be told.
I just think he's calm in the way he does it.
Yeah, I'll binge watch this stuff later.
Yeah, like I said, I try to stay calm, but like I said, my last video, the one that was shared on Lackluster, I mean, they were completely tyrant. She knew that she was in the wrong. Her supervisor came and was trying to tell me that she was in the wrong, but yet, she had no right to stop me even in the first place.
Is that the ID refusal one? That looks like a good video.
Yeah. The ID refusal tyrant alert. Yeah, that's definitely a good one. It's cops being shut down immediately because everything that they try to throw at me, I threw it right back, and I made them look like fools completely.
So next time, Tyrant, we'll sort out all this screen share stuff, because tonight what we could have done was played that video to show everybody, and
yeah, we'll get it
we'll
sorted
sort
for
that
next time. I think what we'll do for next time and all is give like half an hour notice so people know, eh?
Yeah, put it up on your community to say you're going live.
Going live in half an hour, aye.
Yeah.
I mean, it was definitely a walk of shame. I mean, 100%. And that's the way that everybody should handle anytime that they're pulled over, unlawfully.
I hear you, Vanda. I hear you 100%. Yeah, the walk of shame is when they try to violate your rights, they should all be made to do the walk of shame. Every one of them.
Yeah.
I like that video. The one I did on my channel yesterday, and and the guy was outside the police station because he was on bail. To be honest with you, I thought that was an absolute banging video. I really did. I don't know even why I even said what I said, to be honest, but it was a cracking video. It really was. He completely owned those cops.
He
Yeah.
did.
Well, that officer.
AB are you on about?
No, the
guy before it.
Oh, I can't remember that channel. I'll give you a channel name if
What's his
he
name?
did upload today. So I will find his channel and I'll tell you who it was. But
you're
I'll
not
definitely
usually
look
critical
at his
of
stuff because believe you me, he is pretty good at what he does. He actually uploaded a video today of him going back into Lewisham Police Station.
Yeah.
So here it is. I don't know if you just want to kind of, if I comment in your chat, just mod me up a minute for just for this tyrant.
How do I do it?
Well, if I just comment,
More. Wait a minute. Post, comment, layout, private chat, broadcast info, settings.
and I'll post this
General
link, and
camera, audio
go in
recording,
and check
layout,
out his
okay.
channel because this guy is just
Know that.
he's class. He really is good. So
Let me
one to
see.
look out for, I think.
I'm not finding how to mod you in this. Do I need to go onto YouTube to do it, maybe?
No, if you go into like YouTube,
Right.
click on my name on
Right.
the live chat, you'll be able to see, put me in timeout, ban me, or add moderator, etc. And I'll post this link. I think you should be teaming up with more auditors as well and getting out there more. He's only a small channel as well, so.
And I always believe auditors, we need to be going out in groups, you know what I mean? Because we need backup cameras. We need different angles of situations. I don't ever really believe in auditors and cop watchers going out by themselves because, you know, cops talk about their job being dangerous, but not only do we got to deal with the cops, we got to deal with the Darrens and Karens that are out on the streets as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so this guy, he's on 576 subs, 19 videos, but he is getting views. In the last 2 weeks, he's had views of 26k, 3.4k, 1.3. So I mean, this guy, you know, he does seem to know what he's doing and saying and talking about. So I'll definitely go and watch his stuff.
He's obviously checking up on his laws.
Definitely a channel to subscribe to and look out for in the future because I kind of like his work.
Certain people, and if you like him, he must be half decent.
And I'd recommend go and watch his last video, Lewisham police officer breaching bail and caused havoc. That's a pretty good update video.
Vanda,
Yeah, man,
you're needing the police to never come for you, Hen, if you know that yourself. Cops never come when you need them, eh?
Yeah, share him round, let's go, because I think most auditors should be more aware of this guy, you know, let everybody know. You know, I would share his link. And to be honest, I think I will share him out of my community just because.
I'll put him on my community channel too, Ash. Are we allowed to put them on our community channel without adding anything to them?
Yeah, I think more people should be sharing him out because just by watching his last recent uploads in the last 3 uploads, you know, he has completely destroyed those officers with words.
Yeah, we need to push the smaller channels. Definitely.
Yeah. So he's only on.
I think it was Orange Man Audits. Y'all know who Orange Man Audits is? He did a basically he listed like all the auditors, and I think
videos.
Yeah, last count there was like 723 auditors channels out there, But San Joaquin, you know, he's highlighted a lot of channels. But if you go back to their channels, you know, they only post like 2 or 3 videos, and then that's it. They don't, you know, they don't take it any further.
Some of the
The
videos
thing-
Sam McKean does post, then they're not auditors. Someone might just post a video up to YouTube, for example,
Right,
and he might see it and still want to help that channel out. It's
because
always
it
good
looks
to help them
okay,
out. But they're not. Some of them are not auditors though, and First Amendment auditors. So it's always good to come across like the AR-15 video. You know, he wasn't an auditor of the guy stopping a guy, you know, because he was on his own land. You know, firing his
Aye.
weapon, and I'm sure you remember that one.
I seen that one, aye.
Yeah. So that's not an
And the cop
auditor,
was
for
like, I'm going
example.
to check
But
it's your land. He wouldn't name him, eh?
it's nice to share out channels like that still, too.
Right. Still standing up for, you know, the Second Amendment, of course.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's what it's about. You know, like we can't be trusted when it comes to guns. You know, you wouldn't give an officer. Look what happened in London with those 2 dogs. Did you hear about that? Truth be told.
Yes, I sure did.
Yeah, and obviously that went worldwide, didn't it? But you know, this is why they're not trusted. This is why you should never give an officer a gun over here. They're not trained. You know,
The
the
trained officers with guns on the train.
270 tasers were handed out a couple of years ago to Avon and Somerset without no training.
That's scary. That, I mean, just to hear that from somebody else is complete.
And you're more likely to be tasered, right, by Avon and Somerset Constabulary than what you are by any other police force.
Right.
Craziness, man.
Mm.
Craziness altogether.
But you know, over here, you know, I've talked to several cops. You know, they only do have 6 months of training. You know, and everybody brings up, you know, it takes 2 years to become a barber, but only 6 months to become a cop. But they,
And that's
you know,
true.
they admit so many times over here that training that they get is, you know, more of weaponry, self-defense, nothing above, you know, nothing about the law. That's the reason that they're supposed to call their supervisors to the scene, but even the supervisors are untrained, and they're going to usually, you know, 93% of the time they're going to back up the officer that has whoever stopped or detained and go with, you know, with them. And that's the reason.
Hello, the cleaner.
It's the biggest
Another
thing.
reason why we got First Amendment auditors, because some of these videos could actually be used as part of their training too.
Right.
Well, that's what Long Island Audit did, didn't he?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, just like Long Island Audit, I've offered to go into police departments absolutely for free to go in and train, you know, on the First Amendment, but they're stuck in their narrative. They don't want to be trained. You know, I mean, look how many videos are out there, you know, of American auditors and different auditors, different places asking the cops, you know, do you know the First Amendment? Do you know anything about it? And they'll be able to maybe name off 1 or 2, but nobody knows it, you know, fully or complete.
That's Audit in America that does that, isn't it? And
yeah, I've asked at least 40, 50 cops, and not one of them. They'll avoid you. If you want a cop to leave you alone here in the United States, ask them what the First Amendment is. They'll turn around and walk away because they don't have nothing to do with it.
He's a rapist anyway, isn't he?
Yeah, Audit in America is a convicted felon. You know, he's a convicted rapist.
Yeah.
Is that true?
And, you know, but you know, that's also what I also look at too. You know, I don't believe that people should, you know, the way that I feel, you know what I mean? But you shouldn't be able to go audit the police and then go home and beat your wife. You can't tell somebody to de-escalate if you're an abusive person yourself.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. It's a joke, man.
There's a lot of them over here that are criminals too. Let's be honest.
That's exactly what I was about to say. I was reading something over here. There was like I seen it on somebody's video. There was like 300 odd cops that had criminal convictions. I think that was just in Yorkshire. It was crazy.
Yeah, but can people change? Yes, I believe people can change.
These guys were still working.
Yeah, exactly.
I suppose it depends what the crime is, eh? It might have been a parking ticket.
Yeah. Well, like simple drug charges, I understand, you know, some people get into drugs in their life and stuff like that, but that doesn't necessarily make that person a bad person. I'm talking more along the lines of people that are abusive in their home life.
Yeah.
Shouldn't be able, you know, I don't believe that they should be out auditing because, I mean, that's just straight hypocritical. you can't preach one thing and be completely opposite behind the scenes.
I went to jail for drugs. That's what I went to jail for.
Section 23, misuse of drugs. So, like smelling a cannabis. So, a police officer might stop you in the street because he smells cannabis. So it says the smelling of cannabis isn't reasonable suspicion to suspect that somebody's smoking it.
No, now they changed it. They used to be able to do that, but they changed it, didn't they?
But it's not, though, is it?
And one of the main
smell
reasons
of cannabis could be that could be anything.
Because you
can't
get all
just
these.
assume that's cannabis.
See, the reason that they changed it.
Well, the reason they changed it over here in the States because we have CBD now, which smells just like marijuana, and that's the reason they're trying to make it to where it's not probable cause to search anymore because people do smoke, the legal, the CBD, not the THC, and that's the reason that they're taking it out a lot because a lot of people over here, they buy the CBD, and a lot of people smoke it, which doesn't, affect your judgment or anything like that, like the THC would, and that's the reason they're changing a lot of laws because a lot of people do smoke the CBD. And they shouldn't be searched over, something that's legally bought.
It's not even illegal to smoke it, like the cleaner says. It's illegal to possess.
Yeah.
Right.
It's not illegal to smoke. But by smoking it, you are clearly in possession of it.
Right, but it's the chemical. The THC is what is the main difference on that.
I'm sure you can get caught way up to a quarter ounce here now and they just throw it away if you've not been done with it before.
Yeah. What's become such a light offense over here, it's officer discretion. They can write you a ticket or take you to jail if you do get caught with actual THC. And it's become such a light charge in all 50 states over here. There's still a couple of states that go pretty hard on it still.
Crazy,
I thought
it is officer discretion.
I've seen SGB set up a new channel of growing weed, right? And surely that's against YouTube terms, right?
There's loads of channels grow weed on YouTube, bro.
Yeah, but no, it's the way he's doing it. It's the way he's showing and talking about it, right? It's surely against terms, but it's not. But you would have thought it, something like that would be.
Right.
But yeah, they shut all the paedophile groups down. Called it bullying.
Yeah, it's not like you can even upload a video of a predator, for example, to YouTube because YouTube are more likely to side with the predator than they are.
Well, Predator Poachers had 150,000 subscribers and they shut them down like that. Rumble took them on. Rumble's quite a good channel as well, guys, for getting things. It's a lot better for free speech. But I don't know how much they pay or that.
I don't know about that. It's just that all I've heard is that a lot of auditors have been setting it up and transferring over to there recently.
To Rumble?
Yeah. Well, not transferring over from YouTube, but just uploading on there too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree with you, Mickey B. Free men don't need permission. Right, what we're going to do, we've been on an hour and a half here, guys. We're going to call it a quit or what for the first one.
Yeah, it's been a good live. Thanks, Tyrant.
I know. Thanks for showing me how to do it. And then next time we'll get it so we've got the screen and we'll be able to show videos as we go and we'll have more to talk about. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now you know how StreamYard works and how
Yeah.
It's quite easy once you know how.
Once you know, yeah.
Yeah.
Appreciate you for coming in, truth be told.
Of course, man. I appreciate y'all having me up. And, thanks to everybody in chat for being here, K. Stevenson. And
you're welcome on any of the panels, bro. Mickey B, K. Stevenson, the cleaner. Thank everybody else's away, and especially you, Ash, my brother.
Yeah, cheers, truth be told, and Tyrant. Much appreciated. Thanks
all
for
the best, guys.
Always.
We'll let you know when the next one's coming on, but we'll only be able to give you about half an hour's notice, I think. Is that all?
Yeah, give us a bit of notice next time on your community or something. Let everybody know when you're going live.
Yeah. And then you can let your people can so they can all come over to me.
Yeah, I can share it.
There you go.
I'll wind you up, brother. You know that.
You're all right, Tyrant.
I'm
Nice
going to
one.
steal all your people. Nah, I'm not. Right, guys. I appreciate you coming on. Thanks very much. I'll speak to you later.
Sound. Cheers, Tyrant.
Yeah.
Cheers. Truth be told.
Cheers, guys. Bye. Bye.
And y'all stay free as long as y'all can.
You too.
Sure.